dude.
Okay. Yeah, I'll feed them around 5 and then I'll take them out. Okay.
Alright, let's get this going. Hey, Manillas. Yeah, I don't know if I can do both at once, but I guess I'm gonna give it a shot. Yeah, I wish I could tell you I was busy doing schoolwork, but it was mostly just me dicking around and not quite starting this, getting this prepped as early as I probably should have, so that's why we're later today. But that's not really anything out of the ordinary around here, if I'm being completely honest. So, 2 minutes we'll get started, I think. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, although I still have to work tomorrow, but that's not really a big deal. Right. Plus, the way I see it, this is my leisure time anyway. Like, if I'm not doing stream stuff, I'm like, because this is really the only time that I play video games anymore, is on the stream there. So if I'm not doing this, I'm working on schoolwork, or I'm at work, or I'm making myself food, or I'm getting ready to do one of those 3 things, and I need to prepare by, I don't know, buying groceries, taking a shower, sleeping, you know, important bodily functions, that sort of thing, so. Yeah, that's, I do get my day back, thankfully. It's only, and well, the thing about it is that I work tomorrow, but it's only for a half day, and I would much rather have that than what I had with my previous job, where I would work the entire day, Saturday, and then I would still have to come in on Sunday or Monday if I got lucky and work the entire day there too. So this isn't as bad. I will never complain about my current occupation's Saturday work, because it could be so much worse. Let me take a quick drink of water and then we'll get this thing started. And I'm probably going to die a little bit because, well, I said that last time too, because we ended on an important boss fight last time too, but worked out okay. So maybe this one will too. How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to Asura's Wrath, the stream edition. Last time we died again, and then were reborn again, and saved a village from tyranny of Calro, and then we went to a hot spring with August, and now we have to fight August and settle the score between teacher and student. When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master. That's hopefully what we're going to be able to say to him. Did we check out the survivor gauge last time? I don't remember if we did. Let's look. Length of time in unlimited mode is extended. That seems pretty good. This makes unlimited happen faster, but this makes it last longer. Well, the more heavy attacks I can dish out, the better, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, I don't mind getting unlimited mode up there, which it was just fine when I had Defender, so. Let's switch to Survivor. Because why the hell not? Slight variation on the gameplay there. Okay. So now let's go fight August and see what he's all about. I mean, we kind of got a picture of it the last time when we had that preview, but now we get to see the full Monty, if you will, or the full August, as it were. And I do have the DLC one right here, so we'll get to that in a little bit. Episode 11, The Final Lesson. Asura and August's duel to the death begins. Their battle breaches the limits of possibility and breaks into the heavens. The intensity increases with each crushing blow. Who will be the victor, student or master? The outcome is unknown. even to the gods. We did see the full August last time, you're right, we did. Now we get to see Battle August, I suppose. And that's an image I will never get out of my mind, the full August now. I would make that a custom Twitch emote for when I get affiliates, but I think Twitch would probably kick me off their website if I did. So maybe we'll stick to the ones I currently have planned out. I have like 10, and like a list of them. I have a little list that says all the custom ones that I'd like to see done.
This will do. It's just you and me.
How did we get here, August?
Now that I think of it, the last time we fought like this, you were still my pupil.
And now I'm not! Ow. Yeah, a follower image. That would be fantastic. Just a picture of his bare ass. Like, oh, I'm already 6-armed. Great. Just a picture of his bare ass greeting you as you sub to the channel. It's like, thank you for subscribing. This is what I think of you. I should be dodge rolling. Nice. Uh-oh. Can I dodge this? No, I can't. Okay. How would you like to get off me? Jesus, those uppercuts. Yeah, I just need to get a GIF, or not a GIF, a sound clip of August laughing like hell, and just use it with the picture. I think we're almost at full-on unlimited mode here. There we go. Oh, here he comes again. Let's charge straight at him this time. Almost at first. There we go. We'll hold on to our unlimited. We'll use it in a moment. Yes, August? Answer me while I'm punching you! We gonna make another moon crater or what? Oh shit! Ow! Nope. Oh, they're mixing these in now. That's not good. Oh my god. Why? Don't you scream for me! And we're back again. Okay. Eat this. Yeah, it is a lot of fun. Seeing the similar fighting styles is really cool. It's like, okay, this is what I want to be right here.
I have had carnal knowledge of the fairest maidens in heaven.
Oh, have you? I wouldn't have known. Considering the hot spring last time.
None of it
Wailing Dark!
excites my blood more than using my blade.
He couldn't have... Oh my god. He couldn't have used like the mass immune or something? I mean, I don't know how much that would factor into like Hinduist or Shinto mythology or whatever, but I don't know.
The only other person August has ever drawn his sword against is you, my lord.
Too bad it wasn't the Master Sword.
Oh, interesting.
We gonna find out. Because we bouts to beat each other up again, round 2. But yeah, it's cool seeing these two fight because they basically, like, they're not concerned with outside influences. They're just in it for the fight itself. It's intrinsically and aesthetically pleasing in that way, you know what I mean? So Oh god, other way. Okay. Most Eastern elements are from Buddhism. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, I should have named all of them so that I could catch myself instead of making an ass of myself. Oh my god. Oh god. Yeah. Well, I tried. Oh my god. Stop that. Get out of there. He's so angry. Oh my god. And so am I, apparently, because I can do that sort of stuff too. Okay, I should probably be getting in there because I can't really hit him with this, but I'd like to get unlimited up if I can. Okay, what's going on? Okay. That I can handle. Yes, he is. He's such a natural at making conversation with these demigods. Oh shit. Where are you going? I'm gonna try to run like diagonal when I'm doing this because it seems like you have a better chance of. Ow. Oh, don't even think about it. Oh god. What is all of this now? Oh my god. Stand still, August. Okay, get a heavy attack back. There we go. Have this. Got unlimited back, but we'll use that later. He's so natural at making conversation, if the conversation only involves his fists.
But all good things must come to an end. You knew this
Sure.
was coming.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus Christ, it still went through my fingers.
This is where real men belong. In the fight, I don't give a damn.
Uh-oh. Are you sure you need this long of a sword, August? I don't think you need to compensate for anything.
I taught you that much. That is not
Sure you did.
to decide.
Ow. Okay, I got it. Whew. Even though it, dragged me off into space anyway. So he's horribly misguided, but he's probably the most realistic one out there. Yeah, for long. Oh my god.
Away alive.
Would August see a physician? That's the real question. He has eyes. Oh my god. How many times have I become a meteor now? Is this the third time?
And I don't fight for evil. I just fight. I will say it once more. I am you, and you are me.
I
Nothing like you.
don't think so. Sounds a little bit like Asura has quote-unquote daddy issues, but maybe he'll prove himself. Yeah, this is the second time she's seen me as a meteor, and the third time I've actually become one, so this is gonna hurt like hell. Oh my god. RIP Australia, I think. Kinda looked like Australia. Because I have someone to protect and you don't. I have someone that means more to me than I will ever mean to myself. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you to Naraka.
Then make me understand with your fists, Asura.
Okay. If you insist. Come on, Asura, let's do this. Oh my god. He just broke the sword. You gotta be fucking kidding me. This is insane. I just turned into Zolo for a moment there. I lost both my fists. Not again. I'm gonna have to go back to Naraka again, aren't I?
Yes.
God damn it.
That was one hell of a battle.
Well, maybe you wouldn't be dying if it wasn't for the fact that you
Where did that anger take you?
wanted to fight so badly to the death.
You're not me. Yet you continue to fight.
Suddenly reminded of the final boss fight of Metal Gear Rising. Gotcha. Yeah, I figured since it was on the list at the very end there.
You no longer need my training.
I don't know if it comes up automatically. We're going to have to see what the preview says there, so maybe I'll have to go back to the main menu to get to that. We'll see. We'll see.
Asura, walk the path that you must.
I almost feel bad for the old guy. Almost. Okay, I will, we'll see what the preview shows, and then I'll just, once we get through the preview, we'll exit to the main menu and we'll go to episode 11 and a half. Because that's one of the 5 episodes I'd like to get done today, so. Because that puts us pretty neatly at finishing the entire main campaign in 5 streams, and then one last stream for the DLC ones. Not including the half episodes, that is. The other DLC ones. It's pretty accurate, I think. Why has Ananta come to kill us now? Time to go.
I'm borrowing this.
He's dead, Asura. You don't have to tell him that. And if you're talking to her, she can't understand you. She doesn't speak English. I'm gonna have to fight a giant snake turtle demon thing with my face, aren't I? Oh, great. Sorry, little girl. I got places to be and people to see. Maybe when this is all over, I'll come back and see you again. But right now, I have a mission to accomplish. Oh my god. He might have just died again, little girl. Not for nothing. I mean, he keeps going back to Naraka to get his power back, so you never know. To be continued. But I think we're probably, if it's a half episode, we're probably going to see what happened in that explosion there. If I had to guess. Please tell me I got it. Oh. I only needed a little bit better of a synchronic rate and we could have gotten maximum ass rating on August's chapter. It would have been so fitting, but oh well. Can't touch this. I don't know what that's all about, but sure. Okay, so we'll do the little section here where it shows like the behind the scenes stuff, then we'll go to the preview, and then we'll return to the main menu and we'll do episode 11 and a half. Speaking of which, what did I get from thing? Oh, Amazon. Okay. Colonel, I don't need Amazon's message. You can put that in my mailbox. I'll take care of it when I'm done. Are all the people back, or? A village on the outskirts of Shinkoku in the plaza. No! Why am I still alive? If I had only prayed more, perhaps then they would have accepted my soul. This was our chance to be guided to heaven. Oh, what are we to do now? We must pray. If we continue praying, they will surely guide our souls as well. What's wrong with all of you? Why do you do nothing but pray for death? This isn't right. I feel like I'm going to be sick. I need to leave this place. I don't want to be here. Anywhere but here. that might not be the best place to be alternatively, because they're praying for death. That place is death. A little while later, barren field. What is that? Ah! That must be him. He's fighting in the heavens again. It can't be a Goma. Goma aren't born from the heavens. It has to be him. I won't just wait here and pray. I have to make it there. I have to get to his battle. She's gonna save me, isn't she?
A village in flames. The villagers willingly offer their lives to their gods, and the 7 deities rip their souls out without remorse. Pure and absolute anger overcomes Asura.
Next time on Asura's Wrath, episode 12, Gods of Wrath. Or was it Gods of Death? Anyway, let's go to the main menu, and we'll see what it was. I'll find out in 2 seconds, and then we'll go do episode 11 and a half, and just see what that was all about. Gods of Death, that's what it was. Gods of Wrath, yeah, okay. Episode 12 is also good. Okay, well, we'll get to it. We're going to do it today as well as episode 11 and a half, so. But first, we have to do this half episode, probably, like I said, showing his battle with that giant demon thingy. Episode 11 and a half, Forging Ahead. After emerging victorious over his former master, Asura moves onward. His body battered and torn, he faces off against the Goma that threaten a village. What was going through his mind, and how did he overcome such impossible odds? A part of Asura's story that no one knows will be revealed, except for everyone who's played episode 11 and a half, because it's been out for almost 5 years now. But let's do it anyway. This episode will progress based on building up the burst gauge through successful inputs, so it's a ton of quick time events. Okay, fine. That's cool with me. Because as far as I know, it's just full FMV anime type dealy, right? So let's give it a shot. Actually, I think that it's less Ananta and more Genbu. The Goma that we're gonna have to fight there. It's all this sort of a thing. Okay, that's fine. Just means I need to have my fingers at the ready at all times. Man, and there's tons of those little guys. Well, they aren't even little guys really anymore. They're big guys. So I'm using the sword with mantra. Okay, that's fine. That's a lot of Goma. I feel like I'm playing Guitar Hero, except a lot less button pressing. This episode's badass. Yeah, I can see that. And again, I really appreciate the fact that the QuickTime events that Asura's Wrath uses are all essentially, is he using that sword with speed, really? But they're all based on the things that you would do if you were actually playing the cutscene. Like, if I was in the cutscene and I was stabbing the sword through those things, I'd be using the triangle button because it's a heavy attack. If I was spinning around or jumping, I'd be spinning with the control stick or using the X button to jump. Like, it just... Some games don't do that, and that just pisses me off because it's like, okay, now you're just having me press random buttons. That's not what a QuickTime event is supposed to be. QuickTime event is supposed to emulate the things that you can do when you're actually controlling the character, but in a more controlled way for the developers, because they can develop the cutscene in such a way that they can manipulate what happens instead of just being forced to open up all the possibilities to player choice. They can guide you down a specific path, but if they make you do all of the things you would normally do anyway, it just feels right. And again, I appreciate the fact that Asura's Wrath does that. I've got a burst gauge. Should probably do something with it. So am I just like tumbling off of them? But okay, never mind. I was gonna say jumping higher. Not really, because they're kind of beating the shit out of me. Is that Yasha? Ouch. Ow. Didn't realize he could bleed oil. I guess that makes sense. I can also appreciate the fact that everything, generally speaking, everything other than the heavy attacks, the burst gauge shows up on screen to let you know, hey, this is the part of the cutscene you need to pay attention to. You can kind of let your mind wander for the rest of it, or just watch it, you know, in awe. But when the burst gauge pops up, you know it's serious business. Ow. I'm trying to think what the animation style reminds me of, because it reminds me of something, but I don't remember what that something is. Maybe that one Linkin Park music video for Breaking the Habit, I think, maybe. Oh, I'm bleeding a lot. Kind of what the animation reminds me of. For Asura's movements, anyway. The other stuff, it's more of its own thing, the other parts, like the Goma especially, but Asura's movements specifically remind me of that. Oh my god. Well, he didn't need the fists because he has one. It's just made of all of his mantra energy, that's all. That is a freakish picture there. Yeah. Let's give them all a big hand. We need another one, Asura. I don't know how much mantra energy you have stored in your giant fist there, but can you split it into two? That would be nice. Ouch. Jesus Christ. Split the clouds there. Now just put your two fingers up, Asura, and you'll create a volcano explosion. Oh shit, I pressed that way too freaking early, my bad. Gonna get a bad synchronic rate for that one mistimed press there. Oh well. I guess I gotta spread it out. Okay, spread it all the way around. Scorched earth policy. God, that's awful. I'm sorry. That wasn't even a good joke. I guess I'm standing in lava now. I mean, it makes sense. I am basically lava. Because, well, the mantra isn't lava, but pure concentrated energy, destructive energy like this doesn't exactly, yeah, wiping the game board clean, exactly. Here, stuff this down your throat and see how it feels. I'll bet you're gonna have heartburn. Not bad. Not bad at all, Asura. It's just... Oh, good, now we have to fight two gaping dragons. Never mind. Oh, my feet are all wet now. Too much mantra energy there, Asura? Is that what's going on? I guess he still has to kill some of the Goma. Or maybe he's just having trouble controlling himself. Yeah, I guess that's true. It's still only coming out of my one arm stub, but I guess that is more arms. Lots more arms. And now we know what caused the explosion. Releasing way too much mantra into the air.
This is unexpected. It could complicate my plans for this world. Or it could prove useful.
Oh boy. To be continued. You should get that out of your eye there, Deus. It looks kind of painful. I think they did that. They probably did that after they did all the takes for the main story there, because it seems like Liam O'Brien. I'm not saying he did a bad job of some of the screaming in the regular game. It's just that some of the yelling that they had him do, it just seemed like it wasn't. It didn't match up with the amount of yelling that Asura looked like he was doing on the screen in some cases, and at least in the first two parts that we've seen there. In that one, he was pretty much, probably because they could show him the animation, it wasn't like he was matching to something he couldn't see. But I don't know. Then again, I'm sitting on my ass playing this game instead of going into an office building with a studio room for 8 to 10 hours a day screaming my full head off, so maybe I'm not one to judge. I just know that if it was me choreographing some of the cutscenes and stuff there, I would have probably been like, okay, let's get a different take of this. Liam, you gotta scream for like 5 more seconds than you did. And I mean, that's like the only real nitpick I have thus far about the way that the game presents itself, is that sometimes the voice acting... I'm okay with the lip syncing not matching up, but that's fine. Like, that's to be expected in some cases, especially with things like if there's translation, you can't always one-to-one that stuff. Even if they do have the technology to kind of do that nowadays. But you have to make sure that for things that are common across languages, where it's not spoken word, it's vocalizing, that matches up 100% to what they do, you know? So I don't know. Yes, the animation style was quite nice. Like I said, it kind of reminded me of the animation for the human animation anyway. It reminded me kind of that one Linkin Park video, which is not a bad thing. I like the animation on that video. It was cool. I don't know why specifically it reminded me of that, but so does blank SS count as a maximum ass rank, or is it just a... We'll call it a half-ass rank because it's a half episode. How about that? I don't know if we can go to episode 12 from here, so we'll just go back to the... Well, wait, hold on. What if I press next? Yeah, that's also an interesting point, is that it seems like maybe they brought in different animators for each scenario, and in this case they brought in a different animator. I'd actually be interested in knowing if it was a guy that wanted to emulate the style of the person who did that music video animation for them, or if it was the same person, or what. I might have to look that up when we're done here, if I remember. Let's see what happens when I press next. Hopefully it doesn't skip me to like episode 20-something, or one of the DLC episodes, or we might have to split off from it there. I'm glad we didn't go to the main menu, because then I wouldn't have seen this. Shinto in the block of a residential area. Have you heard? They say Asura the Fallen purified a gigantic Goma single-handedly. I didn't know there were more than the 7 or 8 demigods. I figured that was it, but okay. I thought only the 7 deities were capable of purifying Goma of that size. Lord August was supposedly in the area as well, but his whereabouts are now unknown. Could he have been defeated? One can only assume. The Fallen One's mantra affinity was wrath, after all. Yeah. Yeah, that was... mantra affinity. Didn't you ever pay attention in school? The 8 mantras: pride, lust, greed, sloth, vanity, violence, melancholy, and wrath. Did they separate wrath and violence? Or first all the robotish dudes? Okay, gotcha. These are the 8 special mantra types. I figure they were doing something sort of like 7 Deadly Sins-esque, but maybe there's something equivalent to the 7 Deadly Sins in Buddhism, Shintoism, Taoism, Hinduism, if the game's going for, and that's why they split it like that. Each of the 7 deities has an affinity with one, and Asura the Fallen has an affinity with wrath. In the days of the 8 Guardian Generals, a mantra affinity was bestowed upon each of the generals. When a general retired, the affinity was passed down to a successor. But they didn't have any successors, did they? But there is nothing to be concerned about. Lord Deus's mantra affinity is pride, the mantra bestowed upon only the most worthy ruling over Shinkoku. Are you sure? Because pride before a fall is a pretty common saying in the English language. Wrath affinity or not, the Fallen One is no match for Lord Deus. Indeed, there's nothing that can threaten the power of Shinkoku. Sure, whatever you say, guys. And we're back here. So now we'll go and do episode 12. We're going to do up through episode 14, I think, today. Even though these two are kind of short. So once we get through that, that'll give us, like I said, a hard cap of 5 episodes per stream there, except for the last one, which will be 2 DLC episodes that I've been told are pretty difficult. So, yeah, there's that. So that might make things a little bit more interesting. And the concept art, of course, that we'll be doing before we do those DLC episodes. But anyway, let's do episode 12, Gods of Death. A village in flames. The villagers willingly offer their lives to their gods, and the 7 deities rip their souls out without remorse. Pure and absolute anger overcomes Asura. And what will we get for all this anger? Let's find out in episode 12. Well, load them and take a drink. A few days after the not-so-mysterious-anymore explosion... Well, I guess it's still mysterious because, you know, we don't really know what caused Asura to have all of that mantra energy all of a sudden. I turned to stone again. Great. But they didn't show me going to Naraka this time, so I suppose there's that. How was your nap? Hi. You might not want to get too close to me. I'm a live wire right now. Where are you going to take... Are you taking me someplace to heal? Is that what you're doing? Some of the choicest cuts of Liam O'Brien screaming. Just what I was looking for! I mean, I said before, too, how much did Wisen's voice actor's voice have to hurt when he was done in the studio, but I gotta imagine Liam O'Brien was just taking me to an arms dealer. Oh, God. Liam O'Brien's voice box had to have been, like, dying of overuse by the time he was done in the studio each time for this game. Because he gets some cool lines and one-liners across the game too, but most of what's happening here is him screaming. And I mean, they reuse and recycle some of the screaming, which is fine, because you wouldn't want to have him have a different scream each time, or else we would probably never hear from Liam O'Brien again, because he just permanently damaged his voice box. But I've returned! And I won't be purifying any of you today, so, yeah, there's that. But you should stop praying and take your lives into your own hands, just saying. Can we get some, like, Ico or Shadow of the Colossus style subtitles for the things that they're saying? I mean, I understand the feelings in general that she has, but... So sit down. What are you doing? Oh, okay. I get the feeling Asura doesn't really like the idea of being worshipped. Maybe because he doesn't feel like he's worthy of it? I don't know. Oh, here they come again. Great. The Septentrian Alioth. Okay, so there's more than one. Oh, Sept. Well, Sept implies 7, so. Great, now I gotta fight Olga.
I will not allow him to interfere with Lord Deus's plans any further. All ships, commence purification.
You know, Calro tried this, Olga. It didn't really work out for him there. That's a good question. I might have to use my head a little. Use your head. But I don't want to use my head! Ah! I can't stop her because I don't have any arms. She's just as headstrong as my daughter.
The final phase. The great rebirth is at hand. You will not stop us.
Right. Whatever you say, lady.
All units, destroy the village and Asura along with it.
Oh, I just remembered. There's 2 things that I have to do here before we continue. First thing is that I have to fix my microphone there, because I found out in the recordings there that it's actually later than it needs to be. So we're going to have to adjust that a little bit. So I'm going to pause it in a second. And I also got a new follower in between yesterday's stream and today's, so I'm going to have to... Hold on. I'm going to have to fix those 2 things and let you know who the new follower was so I can thank them for following. Hold up. Let's see. This. Okay. That should be a little better, hopefully. Hopefully. I'm not 100% for sure, but hopefully it's a little closer to what it's supposed to be. Because I was a little late on my delivery with my calculations there. I might not be as far off as I thought. But anyway, the other thing is that the new follower, Luigi Cow 92K, thank you for following in between streams. I appreciate it. Now then, how are we gonna... I guess we're gonna have to use our feet. Because, you know, I can't really build up my burst gauge. This'll work. You just headbutt you real quick. Easy going. Let's just get out of there before that all happens. Ow. before I get hit. There we go. I need to stop mashing the circle. Maybe I should go after this guy. I now have big attacks that I can use. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. Now have some of this! Nice headbutt. Right, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say, but I don't think I quite got it out properly, is that I can't build it up as quickly because I can't throw projectiles when I'm lacking arms. It's fine, though. I mean, I don't mind them taking that away from me, because it limits my possibilities with the game, and that's not always a bad thing. In some cases, it's a good thing, because it means, hey, you can't just, you know, use the same strategy over and over again to try to beat the game, so... No, Asura, this is what demons do. Just saying.
There is no need for gods that only take. For gods of death.
At least he's realizing things more than just, you know, more than just being like, I'm gonna kill things. Now he's sort of questioning the existential crisis that's facing the world, which is cool. It means that he's developing as a character, in spite of the fact that he's still got a full head of steam and is incredibly full of rage, even without arms. Okay, well, she's still alive. Is that her kid?
You were all right.
I thought her kid was a baby.
Death to all who defy the seven deities. Your pitiful life ends now! Die!
You said that last time, Olga. It didn't really work out for you. How do you think it's going to work now? Okay, Asura, can you project a shield or something so that the person here doesn't die? Could be a brother, or just a random child. Yeah, true. I would kind of like to know where her baby is, though, because it seems like they had her having the baby. Maybe it wasn't her baby. Maybe it was just somebody's baby she was babysitting. Well, shit. Yeah, the direct allegory is in danger. And possibly dead. Which is basically like punching somebody in the nuts, kicking someone in the nuts when they're down after being punched in the nose. It's how Asura feels probably right now, considering. He couldn't save his daughter. He couldn't save his daughter Proxy. He's probably pretty pissed off. Yeah. Her turning into pencil sketches, that doesn't really help. It reinforces the fact that he's failed once again. There were two different potential outcomes here, Asura, and you got the bad one. Yeah, that also helps to reinforce the rage. Oh my god.
What was that?
You thought I needed arms to kill you, did you, Olga? Well, you were wrong. Oh shit, I awakened the nine-tailed fox! I never even watched Naruto past the first season. I don't even know how the fuck I know anything about that. Okay, those arms are a little bit more impressive than my other arms. So is this like my Gongen form or something? I mean, we had the Vajra form already, but that was the other one, the metallic one.
Asura
This
must
is
be destroyed.
something else.
Purify him. Fire!
Okay, hey, we got that back. Oh my god, it's just a death beam now. Hold down the button. I'm really taking a lot of damage here. Should probably be more careful. Nah. I mean, it's working basically just with me using the laser. I think the lock-on is kind of distracting me, if I'm being honest with you. There we go. Well, it gets me more burst gauge, at least. I would make a Big Bang attack joke, but I think that's in bad taste. How dare I what? Take your destruction away from you? Maybe you should look in a mirror there, Olga. Maybe you should look at the morgue where you put all of those bodies. Because I think you'll find it's a very similar picture. I wonder if, I mean, probably hard mode does, you know, the normal stuff where it increases damage taken, decreases damage dealt, or whatever, gives the enemies a defense buff. Whatever that whole thing is. But I wonder if it also makes it more organic in terms of the difficulty, because if it was me, I would say, okay, so easy mode is, you know, easy mode. After each transition, you get your health back, the enemies deal less damage, all that stuff. Normal mode, the enemies are a little tougher, you still get your health back, though, after each transition. Hard mode, you don't get your health back after each transition. That would make this, that would be hard, you know what I mean? Like, that would be fitting in terms of the most difficulty that you have in the game. And now it's a final Kamehameha! Well, not really. It's... What would that be? A burning attack? Well, they're about to burn, I'll tell you that. Olga, your fleet is being completely destroyed. Yeah, it's just another Big Bang, basically. I gotta press this quick! Okay, here we go. Maybe you should have, yeah, maybe you should have retreated a little earlier, Olga, because you're about to get exploderated. You know, if Asura looks to his left slightly. It only took her to figure out that she was totally outmatched. Well, you wanted destruction. Guess what you got? And you guys said I was evil when I killed the High Priest. The Grand Priest. What do you think of me now? See that, Liam? Do more of that. Do more of that. I think he's still suffering. I don't know if we can move on to part 3 while he's still suffering. So, I killed all those people, right? Or did the... Yeah, anger lightning... Give in to your anger, your hatred. You know how that goes. I don't know if it... Well, I guess it doesn't matter who was the one that got killed. Who was the one that killed them, because they're all kind of dead now. The dead ought sleep forever, rather than being sucked up into a soul machine that powers up demigods. But, you know, we can't do that yet. We still have to get through the rest of the game before we can do that. End of part 2, Rebirth. Because part 1 was suffering. So, rebirthing the god of death, is that what we rebirthed there? Yes, ass rank. Yeah, you're probably right. So that might just be Berserker form, because I just saw a concept art pop up for Berserker form. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, let's move on to the behind-the-scenes cut. So is this like my soul place or something? Oh no, Naraka. Okay. Rise and shine, Asura. I lost myself again. No, you haven't lost anything. You've gained the power to save the world. Save? I could not even save a little girl with this power. Wait! You have a destiny to fulfill! I think he's a little too angry to hear you. Yeah, I'm gonna hurt my voice if I keep doing that. So you get the idea. Screeching, shouting, yelling. He's having a bad day.
Overwhelming.
You got one
power
good scream out of me.
surging through him. Asura becomes strong
Yes, they
enough to
did.
rival the Brahmastra. In an instant, he gains the power that took the 7 deities 12,000 years to accumulate. This could be what finally ends their tyranny over the humans and bring justice to the world.
But first he has to win a beam struggle. Next time on Asura's Wrath, episode 13, Cause and Effect. I forgot the name of the episode for a second there. Let's go do that one right now. Part 3, Karma. What goes around comes back around, 7080s. He's really showing off his Vegeta skills, because Vegeta likes to fire off random energy pellets that don't do too much in the long run to our enemies anyway. At least not to the ones that matter,
Even
that is.
August could not defeat you. Why? Why do you keep coming back?
I don't know, why are you a little bitch?
That you are fighting for. And this
The person that you aren't saving.
How can it surpass the power that took us 12,000 years to attain?
Because none of you had anybody to protect. You fought for yourselves. That's the plain and simple of it. The long and short. The cause and effect, if you will.
Too much of a threat. He must be stopped here and now.
What happened to your retreat there, Olga?
Ready the Brahmastra.
Oh, that's what. Meanwhile, in Atari 2600 land... And now I'm suddenly reminded of Gurren Lagann, one of the only animes that I've watched from beginning to end in my entire life.
Load the mantra. Prepare to fire.
You say that like mantra is just something that, oh, okay, I guess it could be loaded, because Calro had those big capsules, didn't he? Okay. I was gonna say, you could say that like it's not just some, ethereal energy that can be loaded into the cannon.
The Brahmastra. Has she lost her mind? Olga, you cannot do this. With that one blast, do you realize how much mantra will be lost? All the souls that have been given for the cause. Do you not realize that this will hinder the coming of the Great Rebirth?
Then we will just get more mantra. With the mortals under our control, our supply is endless.
Not if you
If we
kill
do
most
not
of them.
Finish him now. There will be no Great Rebirth.
Wait, I will finish Asura.
Like you did before.
Ooh.
If we finish him now,
Touche.
once and for all, he can never come back.
Stray from the cause. That power is made for the eradication of the Goma. Do not waste the souls of the dead on the likes of him.
This conversation is over. You will not interfere.
If those souls are for the cause, I will interfere. I will not let you do this.
It's about time you grew a pair there, Yasha. It's only been 13 episodes of you not doing anything. Anything productive, that is.
I must reach the turret before the mantra finishes loading.
Uh-oh.
Where are you going?
Is it not obvious? I am going to stop this injustice.
Lord Yasha has gone mad!
It was like kicking a dog, though, man. Oh, I'm playing as Yasha now. Oh, cool. Can I still... I can. Sweet. Wonder if he has an easier time against these Lance guys. He does play pretty similarly to Asura. Nice whirlwind there, bro. Be like this. I can pretty much just do this all day. Oh shit, hang on. It's pretty cool. I like how each time you finish an episode, there's like a different... It seems like there's a different mechanic almost. Like you finish part 1, and part 1, after part 1 you start getting the stages, right? So in part 1 there wasn't really a stage involved with a lot of the stages, you just kind of did them, and you were in like one area basically. In part 2, you finish part 2, and now you're playing as a totally new character, so... Need to get out of there before they blow me up. It is a little harder, I think, to control Yasha because of, oh god, how fast he maneuvers all of his attacks. It's a little tricky to follow, I guess, is what I'm saying, because of all this craziness that's going on. Unlimited, cool. With Asura, it's a little easier because you can kind of just figure out what his movements are the whole time. We have a burst, so let's see what Yasha's burst looks like. Unlimited Yasha moves even faster. That sounds awesome and terrifying to control at the same time.
Stay out of this. Either way, you cannot stop the Brahmastra now.
Even gods are not above reproach.
It's about time you took things in your own hands there, Yasha. I'll take a quick drink. Yeah, I can see the Yasha handle slightly different there. It'll take a little getting used to, but if we play as him in more than one episode, I think we'll be fine.
Has entered the final preparation phase. Commencing mantra charge.
Oh boy.
Mantra charge completion in T-minus 5 minutes.
Yasha, we don't have much time.
I must hurry.
Oh, okay, good. Just hold down the square button there. Use my whirlwinds. They do move pretty quickly, so it's kind of hard to keep up with them with just the square button. It's like the tornado stage in Sonic Adventure there. Like there's a couple of stages of the tornado, and while you can kill people with the pea shooter that the tornado has, the lock-on is usually more efficient because you can lock on and it just auto-targets them. So if you're not very good with controlling a thing like this, like me, you can just kind of cheat your way through a little bit. You just slide right through, or I could just cut right through you. That works too. We weren't prepared for this. And now they're on motorcycles. Great. Yeah, Yasha's theme is pretty cool. I'm digging it. Hello. Jeez, another one. Let's see what unlimited mode does here. Maybe I can just fire these off a little bit quicker. Oh, come on. Ow. God. Oh god, okay. Jump when I tell you to jump, Yasha. Jump. Well, that was easy. Just gonna hold down the square button real quick. Ah. Build our gauge a little bit. I just got to get used to the whole whenever they burst into flames, that's probably them dying thing. I don't know if I'm necessarily used to that yet. Nice. I like that. Limited. You gotta hurry, Yasha. Yeah, the motorized unicycle. Somehow I'm kind of glad that isn't really a thing yet. Well, maybe it is. Maybe I just haven't looked hard enough. It's not a thing enough to become popular, I guess, is what I'm saying. Here we go again. Uh-oh. Just quickly cut you up at the end there. was gonna say, I better keep firing ahead of myself just in case. Okay, platforming, not... Oh my god. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Yasha, hurry! Not jumping quick enough, that's the problem. There you go, have one of these. Oh, it was one of those big guys riding it. Okay, I see. Well, we're almost there. I don't know if I can charge up a burst in less than 1 minute now. Guess I can try. Oh yeah, I'm gonna kill this guy. Well then, I guess we better get in there. And this concerns me because... Yeah, I missed a few counter prompts. Whoops.
We are in the right.
I don't know about that.
You need to live in the moment more. You think too much.
Or he doesn't think enough, considering he allowed his niece to be subjugated for thousands of years. Alright, let's get in there. If we can knock it off balance just a little bit, that'll be all we really need. Okay, this helps a little bit. I can start to build myself back up. Come on, Yasha, come on! It's not enough. It's not enough. Did I lose? Let's see if I lost. It didn't feel like I could win that, but you never know. Oh, here we go, we're back. I wasn't expecting that. There we go. Oh, he got his little halo. Nice. Do it to it, Yasha! Of course, he's probably going to kill a bazillion people with the laser beam being shot off like the light of destruction. Yeah, dive kick.
Lord Yasha's interference has diverted the beam. Damage report. Unable to fire.
Whoops, did I do that? He looks a little singed. Needs to get out of the sun, I think.
This is not the cause I supported.
So what will you do about it, Yasha? To be continued. Hopefully he'll do something more than just mope about it now. Let's see how terribly I synchronize with Yasha. A. S. B. Okay, well, I'll take that. That works. I'll get it as I go here. We'll get a little better off. What are you doing, Pep? What are you doing? Hmm? Good girl. Okay. Let's move on to the behind the scenes. And then we'll get to the preview. Somewhere on Gaia, to maintain my beauty, a little exercise is necessary once in a while. Consider it an honor to be purified by someone with such grace. That's what I would say if any of you impure had any brains. This is the only chance for you, filth, to shine. After dashing through the horde of Goma, no, that's not Sergei talking, hold on. After dashing through the horde of Goma, Sergei bows gracefully. At the same moment, the Goma are ripped to shreds in the background. Well, that's not really anything new. At least you can die beautifully. Lord Sergei, I have a report. During our attempt to fire the Brahmastra upon Asura, Lord Yasha interfered and deflected the blast. How typical of him. I knew he would show his true colors one day. I can't wait to see that troubled look on his face. It's quite exquisite. Yes, sir. Lord Deus has summoned you regarding the incident. Tell him I'll be right there as soon as I finish this purification.
A horde of Goma approaches the city. Sergei urges for purification, but Yasha decides to try and stop them on his own. Will he be able to save the city from the Goma and purification?
We'll find out next time on Asura's Wrath, episode 14, Gods and Men. Yeah, Steve Blum, man, he's a great voice actor. He has such range, I find, in the roles that he takes on. So... Plus, his voice is actually, when he does voices like Sergei's there, I think it's actually, for me anyway, it's fairly easy to emulate because I have an okay creepy dude voice acting thing practiced already. It's how I practice my evil laugh. But that's my evil laugh, and it doesn't sound anything like Steve Blum's Sergei, so... maybe it's just me. I don't know whether to take my coat off or keep it on. My hands and fingers are cold, but the rest of my body's sweating. Oh boy.
This village will be overrun with Goma. Before that happens, we must take action. Prepare to purify the village immediately. Wipe it out.
So did I just not get in trouble at all for, you know, diverting the beam of the Brahmastra, or what? I just casually ended up on Sergei's ship, you know. Maybe there needed to be a half episode between these two to figure out why I didn't get in trouble. Or maybe Deus just beat the crap out of me in between. He was like, you will fall in line or you will die next time. I don't know. All will be explained? Okay. Okay, because there is another half episode left that we won't be getting to this time. We'll get to it next time. So that might help explain things a little more.
Well, 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 here they come. How disgusting.
He floofs his hair a lot.
Perhaps you would like to exterminate them before they reach the village?
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. I'm down for some Goma extermination.
I had planned on it.
Skydiving time! Let's go. my god. Oh, that'll work. Here we go. Comes another one. Here comes a big one! Steady boy. Okay, well, we got that part at least. This one seems a little bit more difficult than the other ones, huh? Here we go. Am I gonna go through this thing? Yes, I am. When will they learn eating me is not enough? I think Asura did that already, or if not Asura, then somebody else did. So.
The Karma Fortress's mantra have been consumed.
2 hours earlier, Shinkoku, the Imperial Hall.
That is everything I witnessed.
So here's the explanation.
I see.
But
Yes. Why do you hesitate? Speak.
all these years, I have believed in the cause. But Asura's mantra has proven powerful enough to rival that of our own. That of the Brahmastra. After the blast, we lost track of his whereabouts. We do not know.
Really?
when
He was in a crater.
again.
Lord Deus.
Maybe he left the crater.
Lord Deus, I have a report to make. I used the Brahmastra on Asura.
Yes. I already know. You're dismissed.
But my lord,
Damn.
Yasha tried to...
Dismissed!
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Lord Deus.
Olga, must I repeat myself a third time?
My lord, forgive me.
Is she just not, like, as strong in terms of mantra? I mean, probably not as Deus, but she is one of the 8 god generals, so wouldn't she have some control over mantra that she could stand up for herself a little bit instead of just, I don't know, doing nothing and whining about it? Because her character hasn't exactly been redeemable thus far because of the fact that she kind of doesn't do anything for herself.
Power without a purpose is meaningless and worthless. A purpose that is firm can change the impossible to possible. That is the power of our cause.
That's the power of Asura's cause too, Deus.
Then you understand what we must do.
What, hunt him down and kill him again? Oh boy. Have you learned nothing?
Well,
Probably
that
not.
was quite entertaining. So dedicated to the cause, so earnest in our fight to save the world. There is nothing more beautiful than fighting for this cause.
Sir,
Are you sure about
I
that?
want you to bring Yasha with you on the next extermination. You know what you must do.
What, get me killed?
Understood. He has merely forgotten the beauty of following orders.
Very true. Very true.
As you wish.
So he's probably having some
Large mass of Goma confirmed.
questioning
City in the
things
vicinity
there.
of Shinto. Goma contamination imminent. Requesting permission.
It could, yeah, that could be. It could be that Deus is just too strong for them to resist him.
How do you...
I don't know. I don't know that I necessarily like that, but I think I understand where you're coming from, and I think it would make sense considering how powerful Deus is made out to be. So. I like how he's never once changed that mask in the thousands of years. Even though I cracked the shit out of it the last time I fought him. I like that one that just randomly fell out of the sky at the end there. I'm here to kick ass and kill demigods, and I'm all out of demigods. So you'll have to do.
Filthy beasts!
I was gonna say, why I gotta go up and down? Doesn't make sense now, though. That's not gonna help you, man. Because I'm out of that, I should be in better shape. Okay, he's doing his little that thing. Nice. Could have chopped that shit right off. Get that last little swoop in there. I think Robin Eckendowns is doing his best, what's it called? Matthew Mercer impression there. Maybe I should have saved the unlimited. Oh well. It all worked out. That went way faster than when Asura was training with August. Of course, that makes sense, because since Yasha is just that much more powerful. I thought they were going to have me use the right stick, but nope. Now, don't worry, I got all your numbers. This guy again. You're not even as strong as the elephant I just killed. Come on now. One-inch punch much? Well, that'll work. Can't imagine spikes to the head or the eyes would really not hurt. Well, that's what the purification is for, Yasha, but, I was gonna say, yeah, if they do that, you know what happens. The people also die. Yeah, like that. I'm guessing that would be Sergei's ship, the Mizar. It's good because he's a miser.
You are out of
Why don't you use that rage, Yasha?
They were about to reach the village. Too bad. You see how they willingly part with their souls to please their gods.
State.
This is true, Yasha does have a different mantra, so he can't be powered by rage. He has to be powered by something else. Did he just have an orgasm? Like, what the fuck just happened there?
Before the mortals are devoured by the Goma, we purify their souls and turn them into our power. This is nothing new. It's the same thing you've been doing for the past 12,000 years.
Just a little too much, yeah. Just a bit.
Meaningless battle. How ugly. One way or another, we must gather souls for Mantra.
Or maybe we could just let the souls
The Goma's
power
behavior
us
has
like
been
they
the
used to.
best of late. That is to say, Glitter's return is approaching.
Great.
You remember what our duty is, do you not?
To kill Litra?
Even gods must dirty their hands.
You've literally been doing that for thousands of years, though.
Melancholy face of yours, truly.
Why are you just realizing this? Your ship might need a little bit of repairing there, Sergey. How? Well, there goes Sergey. I don't think he can control the demon anymore. I think the demon is him now. To be continued. Sergey won't be enjoying any more destruction ever again. Hope my QTE game is on point. We're going to have to find out later, because I'm going to cliffhang again. I'm going to count that half episode as one of the episodes. Well, we've got some time before we hit 2 hours. Maybe I'll go do 15. Let's look at the preview and then I'll figure it out. Thankfully, if my calculations are correct, I won't have to worry about cliffhanging at the end of the next stream. Because we should have about 5 episodes left, including the half episode, before the end of part 3. If I remember right. Report of Asura's movements. Search Troop Captain Upala's log. This mission to find traces of Asura's movements has proven very challenging. The blast from the Brahmastra has set the land ablaze, which still continues erasing any tracks Asura had left behind. Despite this, we carried on with our mission in search of whatever we could find. Unfortunately, we were able to find some footprints in a snowfield quite far from Ground Zero. We followed them immediately. After a while, in the distance, we discovered one of our fleets mid-battle with the Impure. That is when it appeared. The Demon! A scorched, black, soot-covered body with the rage glowing in his eyes. By the time we realized it was the Fallen One, the battle had already begun. Watching from afar, neither our fellow soldiers nor the Goma were any match for him. Terrified by what was happening before our eyes, we could do nothing but hide and shiver with fear. Isn't that what you were doing before, though, when I was Vajra form? Because you couldn't do anything to me very much then, either. After the Fallen One had annihilated them all, he roared out towards the heavens, as if he were calling out to someone. Well, he was calling for his daughter. After that, I continued to pursue Asura. My men were horrified and ran away, but by that time, I did not care. Asura ran onward and encountered more Shinkoku soldiers in Goma, which he ripped to shreds in an instant. Interestingly enough, he had no eyes for civilian demigods or humans and left them alone. Well, yeah, because he's not all about that senseless killing. At the moment, Asura is headed toward the area where Lord Sergei and Lord Yasha are conducting a purification. What is he? What is he trying to do? The sound of his ferocious cry still rings in my ears. I must know what it all means. And then he died. The end.
Lost in rage, Asura ripped Sergei in two. His anger is so terrible that it scalds his own body. Having lost all sense and reason, Asura turns to Yasha with fire in his eyes.
Next time on Asura's Wrath, episode 15, A Lost Cause. That's going to be interesting because the last time we fought him, we were gimped. And now we're fighting Yasha again, quote unquote. But we're actually playing as Yasha. So that's going to make this a little bit more interesting than last time. It was like, oh man, you're winning and I can't do anything about it. Now this time it's like, Yasha, you have to win or well, we can't move on with the game because we're playing as you, so that means you winning is kind of a win condition for us moving on with the game. We'll do it next time. If next time runs a little long, that's okay with me. I don't mind. So we will save episode 15 for the next stream. For now, that's going to do it for this stream. Part. What am I trying to say? That'll do it for this episode of the Asura's Wrath Stream Edition. Next time, we'll take on ourselves, technically, even though we're not really playing as Asura anymore, we're playing as Yasha. And we'll see if we can't beat ourselves into sense or something like that, so that we can. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I'm not even sure, but we got some episodes left to go before the end, so I think all will be explained in due time. But that's gonna do it for now. So I thank you for watching, everybody. I appreciate you coming out to Twitch to take a look at the stream, and also watching it on YouTube if you choose to watch it there. I will see all of you on the next one. Take care. Have a good night.